All right, so in this video, I'm going to walk through making some custom parts. Start with a blank screen. We're going to add in some pieces that I think we would typically use. This is for maybe designing like a custom claw or something that would go with some Go Builder parts. But then we also want to custom design some 3D printed parts that would be lightweight and well suited for our designs rather than using the big clunky metal Go Builder pieces. So I'm going to import some parts in here, get things set up, and then check back in. Probably pop back in and out as I'm building this thing. All right, so one thing I'm just kind of uncovering as I start putting parts in. I've got a couple of parts in here. I was able to find them. I just looked through the Go Build a Parts thing here, and I kind of roughly know where things are probably likely to be. But I think if you guys are doing this, it's probably going to be a little more difficult for you to get this done. So I would open up the Go Build a site. I just searched for, I kind of have to know what some of these things are called, but if we just look up like servos, we get a whole bunch of options in here of things we might want to use, because we definitely need some servo attachments. That ends up being like what this is, attaches onto the servo. We might need some, what else do we have? And we might need some servo mounts. That's what this part is right here, if we want to find the actual servos. But just sometimes it's easier to go build it and use their search tool rather than just looking directly within OnShape. So we go into here and we can pick out some of these servos, find the SKUs, and import them correctly. Also, Go Builder can also be helpful because it'll show you some other optional things of like, hey, this is what people typically use with these. Well, consider using this. So one thing I wanted to look for here was finding I think I want to find a hub. I want to find, yeah, this kind of thing that has the servo hub with the shaft on it. There should be two different types. One has like a slightly shorter shaft would be better. But really what I was looking for, I want to find these other like pillow blocks that go with it, the through bore mounts that go with it. This is 10 millimeter. I think I need 8 for the other one. Anyways. So I know for the one I imported, I know this actually has an 8 millimeter diameter, so I need to pull in this 8 millimeter bore. This thing here, so I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab the SKU for this. I need to go to other documents. Go build I need to search for this particular SKU, and then I should be able to pull through one. I think these look all to be about the same. I want to choose one that's not in progress, so it doesn't give me any annoying errors. And I should be able to click this in here. Now I have all the parts that I really need to get this done. I would start by, yeah, we're gonna have to start by getting these things all lined up correctly. I think this is facing correctly, so I'm gonna try and just let's see if I can just get a facet on here. I think you can skip forward here too if you're already know how to do this, but we're gonna try and mount some of these things up. A little concerned these won't align. Oh, that's not the correct one. So let's go back. We're gonna hit fasten. Choose this thing here, and then I need to choose on here. I just chose the wrong part. Choose that on there. Yeah, pretty close. All right, so quick update with this. I just used a couple fasten mates to get these attached. I have at least these first 3 parts attached: the servo, the housing, and then I just need to put on this piece. I might want to put in some. I think I'm going to put in some standoffs here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, find the right ones for that. All right, to try and get this lined up, I'm gonna do, just to figure out like what length spacer, I could just kind of guess and check, but that's kind of defeating the purpose. I think what I really want to do is I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put like a cylindrical mate on the inside of this thing, and then I'm gonna put it onto this part right here. I might want to flip this, so I think that side, I think that looks better. I think that'll be better facing down that way. And then I just need to find a piece. Now I can obviously slide up and down like this. One thing I do figure out like how long I want this piece to be. I think I have this all lined up correctly, looking good. I can measure these two, this distance from like here. Oh, I hit the wrong button here. We should be able to select this, select that. We can find the minimum distance is like, the center distance is like 1.6 centimeters. So that's gonna be like a 16 millimeter spacer. So let me go find a spacer like that. I'm gonna go back into my I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to look for like spacer. Spacer. And let's see. These should be all the different spacers that we have. I wonder if we can do like a 16 millimeter spacer. Something like that should be good. Grab this piece. All right, so we need this one. Go back into here, insert. Grab this and put that into here. All right, need 4 of these. I could just grab 4 more. 2, 3, 4. Check. All right, so Yeah, maybe I'll just make this a separate video, but we're just gonna go through and like attach these in here, and then we should at least be at like the right starting point for this. So I'm just gonna do a little bit, a couple fastens on here to get that done. I'll show you maybe the first one, and then hopefully you can do the rest on your own. So I'm gonna select the outside of this. I'm gonna select the outside of this face like that, and then for this piece, I'm gonna like grab this one, drag it out of the way to begin with, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm going to fasten this part and this part to get them mated up. And now I think like I probably should be able to just go through and hit these other ones. Ooh, I got a whole, that produced a whole bunch of errors. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, let's pause. Yeah, didn't like that double fasten. I'm gonna try and just do like a planer. The top of this thing should be flat with the top of this thing. I don't know why that shouldn't really be an issue. Oh, it doesn't like that for some reason. Oh, it's just the next planer. Okay. You don't know what's going on with that. That's a little bit weird that the fasten didn't work. Oh, maybe because I fastened it on this side already. Maybe that's what's going on there. Anyways, all right, so that should work. So I should just be able to fasten these other ones, get everything set up just right, and that'll be the end of it. All right, so good place to stop. I got everything set up in here. There we go. We have at least this kind of the basic structure, and then we start thinking about maybe building. I'm going to try and next step up, I'm going to do the printing of a claw maybe on top of this to design this out. And I think honestly I could totally redesign this without using this particular setup. Maybe I could 3D print a part that is just that kind of takes the place of this structural piece, but I think this is also maybe a good thing to include. So I'm going to stop that there and we'll move on.